All right, party people. What's going on? This your man Griff. I'm just doing a quick video here on the phone before I hop in the car and go drop off some documents and do a house inspection, then come back and try to cut some grass. I started this morning already with the edging and all of that, and now my phone is ringing. Hold on. All right, sorry if I had to pause the video there for a quick moment, take a phone call and confirm an appointment for next week. But yeah, so cut the grass and all that. So I know it's hot out there, and I'm gonna gingerly do it. I probably just do the front, then the back. But first, always, hey, thanks to everybody for tuning in. Really appreciate all your comments, the likes, the subscribes, everything. Really do appreciate y'all. Over over what 13,500 subscribers. That is just truly amazing, and I do appreciate each and every one of you. The videos are getting a lot of good looks, all of that stuff. So really appreciate your support, for this channel, for me, and everything else. So I wanted to talk about real briefly because y'all, there was a comment somebody asked, and I got a text message, and I got to call this person back about how slow it is. Yes, it is slow. That's why I'm gonna be cutting the grass today, and probably tomorrow morning, and everything. So, like right now, I don't have a whole lot of signings. It's Here's the thing: on one end, it's slow, but on the other end, the orders come in waves. So all of a sudden, there's like 5 or 6 orders that have come in. The problem is that they're all for around the same time. So if I'm like, tomorrow I have a 5 and a 6. So where I had a 6:30, I believe tomorrow is a 6:30 appointment. So yeah, I have a 6:30 appointment tomorrow, but then a 5 o'clock came in, and I was like, should I try? Because I don't like running over like that. I was like, okay, you know what? That means I'm gonna have maybe at the least 30 minutes to get from one to the other. Because if I do the 5 and it takes an hour, then I got to get all the way over to wherever for my 6:30. So orders are like stacked on top of each other. And of course, these companies don't know. They're just like, hey, here's an order, here's an order, here's an order. And the signers are saying, hey, I can meet at this time. The order that I just confirmed is for 4 o'clock on the 26th. She calls and says, well, I want to do it earlier. I'm like, okay, well, I will let them know you want to do it earlier. We'll see what happens. One, there was one that I had today that was supposed to be in at 10 o'clock. And then the guy calls me up at the last minute last Friday and say, hey, well, no, last Friday or Thursday, I need to change the time. I'm like, okay, what time? Well, I want to do it at 11:30 or something to that effect. And I was like, okay, well, nah, that's not gonna work because I have a 12:30, and I knew I needed to be at that 12:30 appointment. So orders keep getting stacked on top of each other, and that makes it even more difficult for when they do come out. So you're trying to take orders, but then the orders are coming in at 2 o'clock, 2:15, 1:45, 1:30, and you can only do one of those orders during that time period, unless it's just a single document, and then that's only going to be like for $25, $50, maybe $50. And if you're okay with that, cool, and you can try to slide that in, do the single document, or do a quick loan application, which there's no notarizations, and then you go do a refi, and you may have to just buckle down and double, triple stack yourself if you're able to get those kind of orders. But then you run the risk of making some mistakes, run the risk of not getting stuff shipped off on time, all of that. So you're taking a risk. And this is just a part of the business, and it's always been this way. It's just a little bit worse now. And there have been times where you'll just get a couple of orders, 3 or 4 that are for the same time period, say between 5 and 7 or 5 and 6:30. But you can sort of like, well, I ain't gonna worry about it because there'll be 5 or 6 more orders for 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 9 o'clock, or 8 o'clock at night. That's at different times that you can, take, and it accommodates your schedule better. Now that things are a lot slower, I already know that there's going to be days where I might only get 2 signings. Not because they're not here, there I don't see the orders. The issue is the timing of them. The timing of them is I can't do these orders because they're all on top of each other. So, and I know I just spent about a minute or so saying the same thing over and over again. I'm trying to get y'all to understand there's some things, and this is a thing that is out of our control. We can't control when they want to do the signing. All we can do is be available, hopefully, at that time. That is really it. So, yes, things are slow. And then on top of that, they're stacking the orders at the same time. And it's amazing that from various signing companies in 4 or 5 different parts of America, all of a sudden, all 4 or 5 of their people want to do closings at the same daggone time. Why? I have no idea. Maybe that's the time that the title company wants because, hey, we can't get the orders together until 4 o'clock. So let's aim for 4 o'clock, y'all. Go. And then everybody's trying to get all that stuff done by 4 o'clock. So I don't have an answer to say what to do, because that's the question is, well, what do I do? How do I get orders, and how do I make? You take what you can get. You can't make them give you orders at the time that's best for you. If you see a TBD, to be determined order, you take it, because then you'll know that you can set the time with the signer. You see loan applications, just take them. There's no notarizations. Yeah, this is what you're going to have to do. So you either going to have to find a way to hang in there and stick with it, like I'm doing and other people are doing. And I know this is where everybody's like, well, I'm gonna come up with a different stream of income. Not a problem. Just make sure it's something that you can manage and that's not going to be too much for you. Be mindful of where you spend your money. Be mindful of the products that people are offering you to take. Make sure that it's something that can benefit you and help you for when you do get an order. I don't think people are going to start pushing trainings on how to get more work. But here's the thing that none of them talk about. You can't get more work if there's no more work out there. How can you get more work to do more closings if the closings aren't there? The interest rate hit 9.1. There's a huge chance they're going to increase the interest rate. And if they push the interest rates that the banks borrow from to a full 1%, or as they say, 100 basis points, you can expect an even bigger slowdown in stuff. You have home buyers out there who aren't fully educated on how money operates and how the mortgage industry works and finances, and they listen to the TV, and if the TV or the radio internet says it's a crisis, don't buy anything, save your money, then guess what they're going to do? Believe it's a crisis, not buy anything. Some people could get those interest only loans to get in a house. People say don't take them because it can mess you over, and if you don't understand them, yes it can. So you have people who want to go buy a home, they want to take advantage of the products that are being offered, but people are saying don't do it. Some people don't have a problem with the high dollar amount of the property. A lot of people are saying don't buy anything, don't do anything, wait till the prices come down. So now buyers are pulling out and saying, I'm going to wait till the prices drop $50,000 or more. So all of this affects whether or not we have purchases or sales, closings to do. And with the interest rates going up, it's going to affect whether we have refinances. And if a person is being told don't do an interest only loan or some other type of loan, then guess what? It's going to be a reduction in available work to do. So somebody's telling you and 500 other people, here's my training, here's my course, and if you take this, it's going to show you how to get all the additional business from title and this, that, and the other. The other side of the house, and this may be more speculatory on my part, But when people, and because remember now, people are they're trying to increase the unemployment. They're asking employers to lay people off. People are being laid off. Well, if they're being laid off, the chances of them needing wills, power of attorneys, and being able to afford to pay for them gets reduced. They can't afford the attorney, they can't afford LegalZoom or whoever, and they're just hoping, wishing, and praying that nothing happens to them until they can afford to get that will, power of attorney done. Excuse me. So now, so now you are offering a will, power of attorney for $400-$500. They can't afford that, and you're looking at them all like, well, that's my price. So you ain't making money. They not getting their thing done. So what happens? You see what I'm saying? And what will happen is the guy like me. Hey, what's up, son? Yeah. Was that your food for you? Do you need?
No, I ate cooked that this morning. I ate it, put some vegetables in my rice.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, mom had told me to bring it to you. All right, cool. You know, so see a guy like me, I'm like, okay, y'all charging $400-$500. Okay, I'll do it for $150, or I'll do it for $100, or I'll do it, for just to get the business, okay, and for them to remember me long term. And I already gave Pop some food. So y'all got to think about these things. I'm not saying don't take training or buy somebody's product that's saying, hey, I can help you to do this, but you got to look at the bigger picture. If you're telling me this is how I can get more business, the question is the business out there for me to get, and to what level? And if you're teaching me and I'm in a classroom, whether face to face or Zoom, with 30, 40 other people, okay, I got to really be on my game to compete with them to go get that business. And if you're not the type of person, and if you get intimidated by competition, you just wasted your money. You spent money on training that you're not going to implement because you see that, oh man, 30 other people. And again, we have the secret sauce syndrome where everybody's trying to get the secret sauce, that special knowledge and that special piece of information that nobody else has. So you can go out here and do ... And you can make all the money, and everybody's just looking at you like, oh, that's not the case. You got 3, 4, 500 people, and that's 30 people in that class with you that day, and then they got 5 or 6 other classes they're doing. So you talking about several hundred people who are all being taught and trained on the same exact thing that you just got taught and trained. The question is, who's the best at implementing it and executing those steps? And we know the numbers show a small percentage. That's just the truth of the matter. And the question is, do you have what it takes to be a part of that 1% that actually does it, or 3% that does it? That's the question. So I don't have any answers to say this is what you can do to make it work. What I can say is this: when times are good, that's when you're supposed to be building relationships for the lean times. When times are lean, you're going to sometimes have to just take advantage of whatever is out there to increase your visibility with people and do things that other people are unwilling to do. I'm not talking about crazy, nasty, illegal things, but okay, I'm going to have to take that loan application that's an hour away. I'm going to have to take that $30 debt settlement because I need revenue coming in. But if you feel that all of that is beneath you and you can only do this job, unless you can only do it if you're getting paid $150 or more, then you're going to be very limited when the amount of work is reduced. And as I've always said, and especially when I've been on Clubhouse, how do you make somebody pay you something that they don't have? So you're trying to make them pay you $150, and 500 other notaries is trying to get $150 or more out of that same person. So who do I pay to get this job done? Oh, there's that guy that'll take it for $85. That's just common sense, because I don't have $150 to give you. If I don't have it, I don't have it. I can't give you what I don't have. And that's just a principle of life. And if y'all can remember that and accept that, everything will be fine. But if you don't, oh well. You just gonna be out here struggling, fussing, mad, wishing that you trying to figure out how to do this, and you're not gonna be able to move forward in this business. So I just wanted to share that with y'all real quick, like before I hit the road and do my thing. Feel free to comment below. Tell me your thoughts. Y'all know I read the comments and everything, and hit me up. Let me know how y'all feel. Let me know what you're thinking about it. What's your thoughts on the amount of work that's available? What's your thoughts on, okay, well, I take training to learn how to go get more work, but there's no more work out there. Then what do? I got to go find the work somehow. Do I go over to the next city? Do I go to the next county? No, I can't do that because I only want to be 10 minutes from my house. Then what are you going to do to get more business where you're at when there's no business where you're at? That's the question. All right. Y'all have a good one. Peace.